Welcome to this explainer. Okay, today we are unpacking something that is honestly the ultimate Italian dream, but also, for a lot of people, a completely hidden nightmare. We're talking about owning a second home on the breathtaking shores of Lake Maggiore. You buy this gorgeous place, right? You think you've nailed it, secured a fantastic, profitable asset for your future. But then, reality hits hard. Suddenly, you're playing plumber at midnight, you're doing a cleaning service run on Saturday mornings, and you're an amateur accountant battling local bureaucracy on Sunday nights. It is the ultimate paradox of the do-it-yourself short-term rental. But today, we're going to flip that script completely. We're looking at the hard economic realities of these properties, and more importantly, how modern professional management can literally turn a stressful liability into a really powerful passive income engine. Let's get into it. I want to start off right here with a super direct, maybe even slightly uncomfortable question. Does your lake house cost you money or does it make you money? I know it sounds incredibly simple, but when you strip away the romance of owning a gorgeous property on the lake, what you're left with is an economic asset. And in the real estate world, an asset that isn't actively generating yield, well, it's usually bleeding cash. So we really need to frame our entire mindset around this premise. A second home is a financial entity. Is yours a drain on your resources, or is it a true high-performing investment? Okay, let's dive into this, because the numbers here are absolutely staggering. If you have a second home on Lake Maggiore, and it's just sitting there empty, waiting for you to maybe use it a few weeks out of the year, it is costing you between 5,000 and 12,000 euros every single year just to exist. Think about that for a second. You aren't making money, you are actively losing up to 1,000 euros a month for the privilege of keeping a property vacant. That is the stark economic baseline we have to understand before we can even start talking about generating a profit. Now, you might be wondering, where exactly is all that money disappearing to? Well, these are the silent, hidden costs that just eat away at your investment. You've got local property taxes, things like IMU and TARI, running anywhere from 1,500 to 3,500 euros. Routine maintenance, just to keep the place from falling apart, there's another 1 to 3,000. Utilities, and yes, even when the house is totally empty, you're still paying fixed meter charges and basic heating to prevent dampness. That's 1,200 to 2,500 euros. Throw in insurance, gardening, maybe some basic cleaning, and boom, you quickly hit that massive 5 to 12,000 euro deficit. The house is literally draining your wallet without a single guest ever stepping foot inside. Okay, before we get completely depressed about taxes and utility bills, let's take a quick visual breather. I mean, look at this. This right here is exactly why you buy a property in the first place. Lake Maggiore is breathtaking. It is an internationally renowned destination. You have this highly desirable premium asset in one of the most stunning places in the world. The underlying value of the dream is very, very real. The problem isn't the asset itself. The problem is how it's being utilized. Or, well, underutilized. We just need to figure out how to bridge the gap between this beautiful dream and the ugly financial reality we just went over. So, the absolutely crucial point is this. The house itself does not magically generate money. The difference between a property that bleeds 12,000 euros a year and one that brings in an incredible optimized net return is the management. It's the engine running the asset. And this is exactly where a company like Y2K Immobiliare enters the picture. They recognized a really simple but profound need. Who actually takes care of these houses when the owners are away? By stepping in as a modern, dynamic property manager, they change the fundamental economics of the whole shebang. Instead of losing 12 grand a year, a professionally managed property on the lake can generate a net return of 15,000 to 30,000 euros annually. The difference isn't the bricks and mortar, it's who's running it. But to actually hit those 15 to 30,000 euro targets, you need some seriously deep, hyper-local market knowledge. Take a look at the difference between two key areas on the lake. On one hand, you have Stresa. It's the tourist heart of the lake, tons of demand, really high nightly rates, but the competition is fierce. You absolutely need professional photos, dynamic pricing, and a real luxury touch just to stand out. On the other hand, you've got Verbania, which covers Polonza, Intra, and Suna. The market here is growing, it's slightly less saturated, and honestly, it offers probably the best quality to yield ratio for investors. Knowing exactly how to position a property in Stresa versus Verbania, that's how you push revenues to their absolute maximum. To achieve those high yields, you need a flawless operational engine. We can break this down into 4 vital steps. First up, bureaucracy handling. In Italy, the red tape for short-term rentals is honestly a nightmare. CIR codes, CIN codes, police registrations, tourist taxes, it's a lot. Professional management acts as a total shield against all of that. Second is dynamic marketing. This means adjusting prices daily based on smart algorithms to make sure you get maximum occupancy. Third, 5-star hosting. We're talking hotel-level concierge and cleaning. And fourth, routine maintenance. So no more late-night plumbing emergencies for you. A network of trusted pros handles it instantly. And this brilliantly illustrates the whole concept of 360-degree management. What Y2K offers isn't just, handing over a set of keys. It is a comprehensive, closed-loop system. They handle the guest communication before arrival, the personalized check-ins, the hotel standard cleaning between stays. They even rent out professional linens, fix the leaky faucets, and file the taxes. The promise here is simple, but incredibly powerful. From the exact moment you hand over the property, they think of absolutely everything. You are completely removed from the day-to-day operational friction. Now, let's talk about the economics of actually getting this engine started, because transparency is absolutely key here. To transform a private home into a legal, market-ready short-term rental, there are some one-time setup costs. It's incredibly clear-cut. For €349, the base setup gets your essential legal codes and portals completely sorted out. But if you want a completely turnkey launch, the complete setup is €1,490. That includes deep dives into safety compliance, technical checks, and filing all the local municipal paperwork. There are no hidden fees, no surprises, just a very clear upfront investment to legally prepare your asset for the market. So, once the property is actually live, how does the ongoing partnership work? Well, looking at the fee structure, you can see this really beautiful alignment of economic interests. There are zero fixed monthly management costs. Zero. They literally only earn when you earn. You can choose a light plan at 15% if you still want to handle the physical on-site work yourself. But if you're looking for true passive income, the full service plan at 22% is really where the magic happens. They take their percentage from the generated revenue, and out-of-pocket expenses for things like cleaning and linens are just reimbursed at cost. Think about it. If the property sits empty, the manager makes absolutely nothing. So they are highly, highly motivated to maximize your occupancy and your nightly rate. So what does the actual day-to-day experience look like for you, the owner, under this kind of system? It really boils down to this incredibly satisfying reality. You get access to a digital reserved area. Just think of it as a customized home banking app strictly for your property. You can log in from anywhere in the world, check your booking calendar, and track your revenue in real time. But honestly, your only real job at the end of the month, it's just opening your email, reviewing a completely transparent performance report, and watching a bank transfer hit your account, potentially hitting that €15,000 to €30,000 annual mark. That's it. The stress is completely zeroed out, and the asset's potential is fully unlocked. Well, we've covered a lot of ground today in this explainer, from the shocking €12,000 drain of an empty house to the actual mechanics of generating high-yield, totally hands-off income. I want to leave you with a final provocative thought. How much is your free time actually worth to you? And honestly, in today's market, shouldn't a premium real estate asset be managed with the exact same efficiency as a modern business? If you own a property on Lake Maggiore, you have this incredible opportunity sitting right in front of you. Please, don't let it be a burden. Get a professional valuation, understand your true numbers, and turn that beautiful lake house into the profitable asset it was always meant to be. Thanks so much for joining me, and keep learning.